say thank you for coming out. We really appreciate that from the drama team. We have an awesome show for you tonight, so I wanted to come up and tell you about it. Before I did that, I wanted to remind us of a couple of things if I could. So the first thing I want to remind you is, this is a comedy. With comedies comes laughter, hopefully. So if you find something funny, I'd like for you to laugh. This is church. It's okay to laugh in church. I firmly believe that. I think the pastor's okay with it. I checked with him. So what I'd like for you to do is let's practice for a moment so we get ready for a comedy. The first thing we need to do is we need to give a good big smile. Anybody have a good big smile? Not that big, brother. Anybody else? Anybody else? A good big? We'll work on that tonight, all right? Because it's a comedy, so I need you to smile. A smile is the beginning of a laughter. So the next thing we need to practice is how to laugh out loud. Because that's what my actors need. They say something funny up here, and there's some funny things up here. You laugh out loud for me. So we're going to practice that right quick so we get in the correct mood, all right? I didn't hear anybody else. I'm the only one practicing. That's not right. That's okay. I tell you what, you'll laugh enough tonight. So what I'd like you to do, sit back, enjoy the show. This is Christmas with the Kingstons.
Bad day?
Mom, I hate being a preacher's kid.
Yeah, you should try being a pastor's wife. I get to decorate the church for Christmas. And I get to put the children's Christmas ministry together, plan and cook for the women's luncheon ministry, raise 3 kids to be perfect stewards, not to mention finding actors for the live nativity scene. And the list could go on and on. Trust me, kid, you've got it easy.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask. Why aren't there any gifts under the tree?
Really? You think I've had time to shop, much less wrap presents? I have so much on my mind, I can't even remember if I showered this morning.
See? You obviously don't like Dad being a pastor either, seeing how you were always stressed out. Why? Out of all the professions, did Dad have to be a pastor?
Son, he didn't choose it. God chose him.
Well, why couldn't God have chosen him to be a doctor, or a lawyer, or even a janitor? Anything that pays better than what he gets paid now. Or why couldn't he have to be a pastor? Why couldn't he pastor a big church like that Osteen dude? At least then, I'd have it better.
What do you call your car? Betty? Break down again? Is that what this is all about?
It's Betsy, Mom. And yes, the old Pinto broke down. For what I believe is the final time. May she rest in peace.
Well, I guess you'll just have to share with your sister until we can get yours fixed.
Bridget, she drives a lime green bug. My friends will have my man card. And no girl will ever want to go out with me again.
Well, I guess you just have to use mine then.
The minivan? I want everyone to hate me.
Where are your sisters?
Oh, Miss Simmons caught them as they were walking up the driveway. I wasn't the only smart one enough to act like I didn't hear her.
Are you implying that your sisters aren't smart?
It is what it is.
None of my kids are dumb.
Mom, Bridget once asked me how to get deer to cross only at the yellow signs. And let's not forget the time where she went to check the mailbox when the computer says, "You've got mail."
Oh, yeah. Well, she takes after your father.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, girls. How was school?
Fantastic. Brandon Carter asked me to do New Year's Eve dance. Do you know what this means?
Yeah, that we're going to have to dish out money for a new dress?
Well, yeah, but it also means that every girl in school is going to be jealous of me. My life is great.
Sweetie, we don't want people to be jealous of us.
That's just what jealous people say.
Remind me again, who's your Sunday school teacher?
Kids, well, Diane, I just had a very interesting phone call.
Oh, who was that?
Angela's principal. Angela, would you mind explaining to us how it is that you got detention for the entire month of January?
Well, because the school hates me. They're prejudiced against me because I'm a preacher's kid.
You go to a Christian school! What did you do?
It was a simple misunderstanding, really.
Angela?
Well, we were sitting in Mrs. Alexander's class, and she asks, Angela, did your parents name you Angela because you're a little angel? And I said, do you see a halo around my head? She gave me detention for back-talking her.
So, you get detention for an entire month for a little comment like that.
No, she got detention for an entire month because of what she did in detention.
And how do you know what she did in detention?
Because we're sisters. We tell each other everything. Because we're so close.
If you're gonna lie, at least make it a believable one.
But we are sisters. That's not a lie.
Please tell me I'm adopted.
No, son, I told you. You take after me.
Oh, what? So the ditz and the delinquent take after me?
The ditz and the delinquent have names.
What's a delinquent?
Are you sure I wasn't at least switched at birth?
Bridget, did you have detention today?
Maybe.
Why?
Why what?
Why did you have detention today?
Who said I had detention?
Bridget Michelle Kingston, we can do this the easy way or we can do it the hard way. What's it gonna be?
Those are two really different options. Let me think about it.
He's using full names, sis. I take the easy road and fess up, and I do it quickly too.
It's really no big deal. I may have sort of been passing notes in class.
Tell him what kind of note.
Bridget,
I was just trying to witness to someone. It was a Bible verse I was sharing with a fellow classmate who was troubled with a predicate.
Predicate?
Yeah, you know, like a problem.
What's his problem with English homework?
Sweetie, I think you mean a predicament.
Is that not what I said?
Hold up. Something's not right about this situation. You were witnessing to somebody?
Yes, I'm a preacher's kid. I've been in church my whole life. I was bound to pick up the scripture or two at some point. After all, Mom and Daddy are always saying how we were put here on earth to help others.
Which
So-
begs the question what the others were put here for.
so you're just another misunderstood Kingston 2, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So what was the verse?
I don't think that's important.
What verse was it that you shared with this troubled classmate?
Just a verse Daddy used in one of his sermons a while back.
Okay. Yeah, I am with Jonathan. I'd like to know what the verse is. And it was used in one of my sermons?
Yes, the verse about helping others.
Okay. You're gonna have to be a little more specific than that.
The verse that says, do unto those who help you with grace and show love to those who are shaken by transgressions, for God sees those who help themselves.
I'm sorry I doubted. I guess I'm not as caught up in the Bible as you. So could you tell me where in the Bible might I find this verse?
Sure. It's in 1 Thessalonians, chapter 46, verse 15.
You know, people are always asking me if I'm going to take after my dad and become a pastor, but I think we have a future pastor right here.
1 Thessalonians? Tell me again, who is your Sunday school teacher?
Why do people keep asking me that?
Bridge, what did the note really say?
You don't believe me?
Bridget!
Okay, fine. It was a drawing of Mr. Scott in, shall we say, an embarrassing situation.
Mr. Scott, I remember him. He's the one that Dad helped get a job at the school. You know, I had him 1 year. He was always hard on me. You think he'd be a little nicer considering our dad got him the job in the first place?
Young lady, you know better than to do something like that. What were you thinking?
But Mom, you're always telling us how we should use our talents. I wish you knew my artistic talents to bring laughter to others. And we all know laughter is the best medicine. It says it in the Bible.
Do you listen to any of this sermon?
Of course, Daddy. They're all right here.
Oh. Okay. Look, I think you need to start using your talents for something completely different. And I'm going to give you an opportunity to practice that. You're grounded from your phone for 2 weeks, and you're not going out without a chaperone.
What? That's so unfair. What about the dance?
Well, your mother and I will have to be a part of the dance.
Are you kidding me? I can't have my parents chaperoning the dance. Do you know what that will do to my reputation? Do you want me to be a social outcast for the rest of my life?
Yes. That's the end of it. You're grounded, and that's the end of the discussion.
Why do you hate me, Daddy?
Now, Angela, why don't you tell us what you did to get detention? And don't create some big story. I want the truth, and I want it now.
Well, I may have superglued all of Mr. Travis's things from his desk to the ceiling while he was out of the room taking a phone call. If he could stay on the phone a couple more minutes, I wouldn't have gotten caught.
Brilliant.
Hey, okay. Look, you're going to do community service. You know Mrs. Simmons? The fence between our yards. She's been talking for months about getting those painted. And you're going to do it. Over Christmas break.
Oh, come on! You're treating me like a criminal here. What's wrong with Mrs. Simmons' legs? She's not old, just lazy. And what about Mr. Simmons? He has hands, let him learn to use them.
You're painting the fence, and that's the end of it. Now look, I want all you kids to go to your room and start getting them clean. We've got guests coming in a little while, and your mother needs help getting the house prepared.
Yeah, unwanted company. Why do the church people treat our home like a bed and breakfast? Hey, just a suggestion here. Since I'm the only one that hasn't done something completely atrocious, maybe I should get off with some good behavior or something, and let Bridge and Angel do all work while I just supervise or something. Okay, I just went too far.
Did you say something about trolls? I didn't think those were real.
Hey, is this child labor illegal?
I can't take dealing with everybody else's troubles. What is going on? I mean, it's Christmas. I just want a day where I can sit and relax. It would be so peaceful.
Look, hon, it's Christmas. It's always a stressful time of year. But God will see us through.
Yeah, I know you're right. It's tough sometimes. Look, I need you to work on my sermon for Sunday. It's Christmas Eve service, and, well, I could talk about Christmas Day. That seems like the thing to do, but I don't know. I feel like we need something. I just don't know.
Look, honey. Why don't you go work on your sermon and I'll bring you some coffee and some of that cake I made earlier.
Oh, thanks, son. You're terrific. What would I do without you?
Lord, would you please send my family some peace? Christmas time is always so chaotic, and we never have a chance to just sit back and enjoy what it's all about. Could you please send Mark some peace? And while you're at it, send somebody to help me. I have so much to do and no time to do it. And Lord, if you'd like to perform a miracle, make the kids behave. They're a mess. Thanks, God. I love you. Amen.
Reading is boring, Mom. I need my phone. What if Brandon tries to call me? He'll think I'm mad at him and he'll end up asking someone else to the dance. You and Daddy are single-handedly ruining my life.
Bridge, you should have thought about that before you drew that offensive drawing of Mr. Scott.
Does anyone in this house have a sense of humor?
Sweetie, what you did was wrong, and you must be punished for it. Now that's final.
But I said I was sorry. And this is Brandon Conrad we're talking about. He's like the most popular guy at our school. Mom, you just don't understand. He's like George Clooney or whoever you old women like.
Excuse me? Who are you calling old?
Mom, my social status depends on me being able to use my phone. Anyone who cared about me would understand. Don't you love me, Mommy?
Aw, sweetie. Of course I love you. Isn't the car, the clothing, and the roof over your head proof enough that your father and I love you? Not to mention the whole giving you life thing?
Yeah.
You know, I think you should use your locket time to brush up on your Bible reading. Maybe you can read the 46 chapters of Thessalonians.
I got it!
Wait! Go to the peephole first and see who it is.
Oh no, it's the Simmons! Is it too late to pretend we're not home? We can cut off the lights!
That would never work. The car is outside. Plus, Mrs. Simmons watches our house like a 13-year-old girl at a Justin Bieber concert. She'd never buy that we're not home.
So, we can pretend we're asleep or something.
No, we tried that one time. We were actually sleeping. That didn't stop Mrs. Simmons. She peeked through the window and saw your father lying on the couch. She immediately went home, called all the elders of the church, and asked them to start up a prayer chain for him. She said it was apparent he had been drinking. Why else would he be asleep at 4 o'clock in the afternoon? It took us 4 months to get that rumor under control. I'm telling you, that woman is ruthless.
So what should I do?
Well, go ahead and answer it. We just can't let them know your father is here. He's been under a lot of stress lately, and I don't think he can handle him right now.
I guess they left.
Hello.
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 Hello, everyone. Why did it take you so long to answer the door? You haven't taken up drinking again, have you, Diane?
Listen to me as I say this one more time. Neither I nor anyone else in this house has taken one sip of alcohol.
Did you need something, Mrs. Simmons?
Well, I'm about to make a life-altering decision, and I thought it would be best to get the pastor's input before I did anything drastic.
Are you moving? Please tell me you're moving.
Of course not. I'm thinking of dyeing my hair blonde. What do you guys think?
I think you look great as a blonde.
I think your IQ would drop about 20 points as a blonde.
Hey, wait, I'm blonde.
Jonathan, that was not very nice. I think you should apologize.
Yeah, you should raise your children to at least act civilized, Diane.
And you should learn to mind your own business. That's in the Bible.
Are you sure about that?
If it's not, my name is Bridget Elizabeth Kingston.
Your middle name isn't Elizabeth.
Well, I'm still pretty sure it's in the Bible. I think Jesus may have said it to Satan.
Where in the Bible might I find that?
Try 1 Thessalonians. Apparently that's where we're just getting all her scriptures of guidance.
That's the Old or New Testament?
Anyway, where is Brother Kingston? We have some exciting news to share with him.
He's busy right now.
Why can't you come out here?
I've been working on a sermon.
Oh, well, good. We can give him some pointers.
by the big guy.
Wait, the big guy. Oh, you must mean. Oh!
Julie's God.
Oh.
Wait! You can't go up there.
Why?
Mark's,
He's on
The throne.
Yeah, you know, the good one.
Oh, is he having bowel problems?
You know, I've been kind of gassy lately myself. You should try that kingston. Wow, it's wondrous.
You know you just said that out loud, right?
My mouth was still moving, which means I wasn't finished talking. Don't interrupt me.
Yes, dear. Brother Kingston!
Simmons, my, what a treat it is to see you all here this evening.
Well, now that everyone's here, we can make our announcement. Ready, honey? 1, 2, 3.
Pregnant here?
What does that mean?
Really? You can't even remember to stand to my right? You never get anything right.
You're having a baby?
God help us all! What did he say?
I think he said, make sure you don't fall. You know, when you leave. You know, it's been snowing and of course it'll be a little icy.
That's not what he said. He said,
He said, God bless us all. At least that's what he meant to say, because your child is going to be a blessing to all of us. Right, Jonathan?
Right. Well, you got to be going and with us, of course. And if you have any more bowel problems, you just let me know, okay? Bye, everyone.
You ruined our announcement. You never get anything right.
That is one strange stuff.
Tell me about it. Why can't we live near some of our normal congregation members?
Okay, kids, you need to be going into your chores now. Mr. Keller from the Mission Home is coming over. We're trying to figure out how the church can help him fund his annual dinner to the homeless. Ange and Bridge, y'all can go work in the kitchen. Jonathan, you may back in the halls.
Hello? Yes, this is he. But we just got that fixed. I know, but... Well, yes, but... I understand. No, I'll be there early in the morning. 10 o'clock? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, well, yeah, I will. Thank you. You too. Merry Christmas. Why is this happening now? The heat in the church has gone out twice now in 1 month. And of course, we don't have the funds to take care of it. Be ready for a cold service on Sunday.
I'm sorry, honey, but things are bound to get better.
Oh yeah, they're always bound to get better. I tell that to people too. I just don't get it. It's supposed to be Christmas. I mean, people are wandering around talking about peace and goodwill towards men. Where's my peace? You know, between trying to get this sermon ready for Sunday, going to the hospitals to be with the Andersons, doing all the work on the church, I don't have any time to do anything for myself.
Look, honey, why don't you just sit back and relax? We have a few hours before Mr. Keller comes and just take a little nap.
You don't understand. I just sometimes wish I was a normal guy with a normal job where I didn't have to take care of anything but my family. It would be so nice.
Yeah, sometimes I wish that too. Well, just go ahead and sit back and take a little rest, and we'll do everything else around here.
Okay. You know, you're the greatest time. Just a normal guy with a normal job. Just a normal guy with a normal job. Just a normal guy with a normal job.
Mark, hurry up. You're going to be late for work.
Hey, I was watching that.
Yeah, well, it's a stupid show. I want to watch sports series.
It's not a stupid show. Give me the remote.
No!
Children, stop fighting. Mark, you need to be leaving.
What are you talking about? I told Brother Benson that I'd meet him at 10 o'clock. It's only 7:30. Did something else break down?
Jonathan's nose is about to be broken.
Children, honey, what are you talking about? You have to be at your office in 20 minutes. And you have to stop and pick up Steve on your way to the office.
Who's Steve?
You're joking, right? Steve, the guy you've been working with for the past 20 years? His car's broke down and he called you last night and asked you to pick him up on the way to the office.
What office?
What is wrong with you? The accounting office you manage? Did you take something that's made you all groggy?
Sweetie, okay. I'm a pastor, not an accountant.
Pastor, that's a good one. Mark, I don't have time to put up with your games this morning. Go get ready. I've got to go. I told Cindy I'd meet her for coffee this morning.
Hey, did you ever find somebody to take care of that Christmas banquet thing?
Why would I need to find somebody for the Christmas banquet? That's not my job. I'd let Mrs. Myers do that. She's the pastor's wife.
But
Okay, kids, come on. You're going to be late for school. Mark, I'll see you when you get off work. Oh, and you'll have to stop and pick something up for supper. I've got to take Bridge to the store to get some New Year's Eve dress. We'll see you after a while. Love you.
love you guys. Have a good day. What is going on? Angela! Oh, man, thank goodness. Something weird is happening.
I'm not Angela.
Right, okay. I think I know my own daughter when I see her.
I'm not your daughter. Bridget's your daughter. I'm an angel.
Does this have something to do with what your teacher said yesterday?
Look, Mark. Do you recall making a certain wish?
A wish? I don't. Wait a minute. Since when do you call me Mark? You always call me Dad.
Do I need to say it again? I'm not your daughter. I'm an angel.
If you're an angel, well, where are your wings? And what's up with the sarcasm? I thought angels are supposed to be nice.
Don't you watch any movies? I haven't earned my wings yet. That's why I'm stuck here with you. And as for the sarcasm, I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. God said I needed to get my attitude in check before I earned out my wings. So, do you remember making a certain wish about being a normal guy with a normal job?
Well, yeah. So?
Well, God heard you. He decided to give you what you wanted. So, here's your luck now. Enjoy.
Wait a minute. is all real, and none of this is a big joke. Where's my daughter, Angela?
Well, when you got promoted, you started managing the accounting office. You became a bit of a workaholic. When Bridget was born, you started staying later and later at the office. I guess you felt the need to be the provider for your family. Well, Diane was having trouble taking care of 2 kids, so y'all decided not to have a third one. It's a shame too. I liked Angela. She was a funny one. Okay, well, have fun with your life. And remember, be careful what you wish for.
Hey, wait a minute, where do I work? Oh, man. This can't be happening. Counting. Counting. Wait a minute. It's a dream. I gotta be asleep.
Daddy?
Bridget! I thought you'd gone to school.
I left my math on here. Are you okay?
Yeah, I was just trying to wake myself up.
But you are awake. Oh, are you sleepwalking?
No, honey. So just, why don't you just go? I don't want you to be late.
Okay. Bye.
This is going to be an interesting day. Sermon notes. Oh, wait a minute. This is just Monday night Bible study. I just need my notes. Wait.
Honey, what are you talking about? Oh, hey, there's Cindy. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I still don't understand why we had to come to Wednesday night Bible study. We hardly ever come on Wednesday nights. I could be out with my friends right now.
Tell me about it. I'd much rather be out with Danielle.
What are you two talking about? We always get the Wednesday nights. Oh, I gotta start the service.
What is Daddy doing?
Mark! Mark! Mark, where are you going? What is your father doing?
I have no idea, but do something. He's embarrassing me.
Oh,
We've got
Well-
to get him down before he humiliates himself.
I'd like to welcome you all to Wednesday night Bible service. You know, if you would please open your Bibles to Romans chapter 8, and we're going to do a small study on the letters of Paul. Now, I didn't bring my notes with me this evening, but if you just bear with me, we'll get through it together.
We've got to get him down before he really humiliates himself.
Himself? What about us? People from school could be here. And that makes me weird by association.
I got it. All I have to do is go all Mission Impossible on it.
Dun, dun, dun.
And in verse 20, Paul says,
Why is Daddy pretending to be Pastor Myers?
I have no idea. I think he's lost his mind. We've got to get him down from there.
I got it.
Let me stop him right there.
What?
I just want to say to you the humiliation. Your ideas are never good. a Snuggie?
Snuggie. Not that kind of thing, actually. But I was thinking more along the line of arms. Get it? I'm my blanket and arms. And let's not forget when I thought about inventing umbrellas for shoes so they wouldn't get wet.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was born. Never mind, your ideas are great. So what idea do you have your dad down in the pulpit?
You can fake a heart attack.
I'm much too young and way too good a shape. Never mind.
Okay, the only other option is for me to punch him in the face, knock him unconscious, and then yell at someone behind on one.
Children, by the time you finish deciding how to get your father down from the stage, he's going to be dismissing the service.
I got it! Ah!
And I think what Paul is trying to say here is,
We are never going to be able to show our faces in this church again. Okay, enough is enough. I've got this. I am sorry, folks. My husband was just trying to prepare everyone and get them focused for Pastor Myers. We'll be leaving now.
and
So sorry.
all things work for good for him who loves the Lord, and is called according to his purpose. I'm exhausted. Who knew being an accountant was so much work?